Coming up on the LTU Sports Report, we got some highlights from women's volleyball, men's and women's soccer, and we get to know some student athletes. That's all starting right now, so don't go anywhere. Hey everyone, welcome to the LTU Sports Report. I'm your host, Alex Johnson, and we want to give a shout out to Lawrence Technological University for making the show possible and our sponsors over at Henry Ford Sports Medicine. Coming first, it was senior day for the women's soccer team as they faced off against Indiana University Kokomo at the Blue Devil Stadium.
Women's soccer was back in action at Blue Devils Stadium, facing off against IU Kokomo. This match was also a ceremonial one for two Blue Devils seniors in Caitlin Mather and Madison Greenlee. Both unfortunately are dealing with injuries, so weren't able to get into the game, but Coach Richards, with a great gesture, let Mather get a ceremonial start and was subbed out afterward. LTU would like to congratulate both players for a great career on and off the field at Lawrence Tech. We will miss talking about your amazing plays as well as all of your beautiful goals. On to the action now. LTU coming into this one 1-4 in their last 5 games, looking to get back in the win column, and they start off strong just 14 minutes in, busting down the field. The cross comes into the box and finds Diana Hill for the header. LTU up 1-0 at the half. 15 minutes lapse in the second half. Stepping into the corner for the set piece is Madison Bologna. She strikes the ball and beautifully curves it into the back corner for the highlight reel goal. LTU up a pair. LTU storming right back just a couple minutes later. The throw-in comes from Anna Lewis as Jenny Deere plays the give and go with Lauren Wozniak. She gets it back and rips it past the netminder, adding another tally to the LTU lead. A tough challenge in the box for LTU leads to a penalty kick for the Cougars. Mackenzie Gibbons steps up and makes no mistake, depositing it into the back of the cage, ruining the shutout bid and making the score 3-1. The Blue Devils don't let the taste of that goal last, as just 50 seconds later, Hill and Wozniak connect again. This time it's reversed with Wozniak getting the tally. LTU snaps their 2-game losing streak with the final score of 4-1.
A plethora of our teams went on the road last week, so we pulled the strings for some game day recaps.
It was a busy weekend for the Blue Devils as multiple teams hit the road to face some tough competition. How did the Blue Devils fare? Starting with softball, who traveled to Aurora, Illinois to face Trinity Christian in a doubleheader. LTU would drop the first game 10-9. However, the Blue Devils would handle business in the second game, winning 4-1. Moving along to baseball, who played a whopping 6 games this weekend. Friday, the Blue Devils faced Siena Heights. LTU won the first game 25-8 and dropped the second game 6-4. On to Saturday. The first matchup, LTU lost to Rochester 10-1 and dropped a close game with Siena Heights 9-7. Looking to turn the weekend around on Sunday, the Blue Devils closed their weekend with a 9-0 win over Rochester and a 19-0 win over Siena Heights. We'll go down the road where the Lawrence Tech football team got blown out 44-7 at Siena Heights. Continuing our trip up north to Grand Rapids, where the Lawrence Tech men's cross-country team took 5th place and the women's team takes 6th in their first meet of the season. And coming back home to round out the weekend, the men's tennis team loses a close battle 3-4 to Huntington University.
The women's volleyball team was home for the 4th straight game on Saturday. It was a battle between LTU and the top team in the conference, the Saints of Aquinas College.
The LTU women's volleyball team took on the top team in the conference, Aquinas College. Both teams fighting to come out on top. Starting in the first, both teams come out hot. Here's the sophomore Mariah Henry for a huge kill out of the middle. LTU pulls ahead at the beginning of the set, but Aquinas would continue fighting. Here's one of the long rallies we would see tonight between the two teams, as Isabella McDonald is able to get her feet around the ball and put it down on the other side of the court. LTU would drop this set 25-23. On to the second set. Another long rally occurs as both teams prevent the ball from dropping. What appears to be a miscommunication happens on the Saints side of the net, and the Blue Devils get the point. Here's the sparkling freshman Riley O'Connell with a smart shot off Aquinas' hands to earn LTU another point. The Blue Devils would go on to drop this set 25-16. Into the third, the Blue Devils searching to come out on top to take this into a fourth set. The junior Renali Callison with an amazing dig up to the freshman Nicole Wan, who throws it out to McDonald, where she puts the hammer down on her 9th kill of the night. The Blue Devils would go on to drop the third set 25-20. LTU carded 52 digs, 3 aces, and 33 kills on the night.
We'll get to know 2 student athletes throughout the show, so let's get to know one right now.
Ethan Harkins. I'm a freshman and I play men's soccer at Lawrence Tech. My favorite TV show is Avatar: The Last Airbender because it's sick. My favorite animal is a dog because they're friendly. My celebrity crush is Madison Beer because she has a great voice. My favorite athlete is Antoine Griezmann because he's French and I like the French national team. My favorite superhero is The Flash because he's really fast.
We got a few highlight packages from the men's soccer team. Coming up first, let's see how they did against the Crusaders, Medina University.
On a fine Sunday afternoon, we're here at Blue Devil Stadium as the Lawrence Tech men's soccer team take on the Crusaders of Medina University. The Blue Devils have struggled to find their rhythm in the midst of the pandemic. With the WAC playoffs just around the corner, can the Blue Devils make a late season push in the playoff standings? There was only 1 goal scored in the first half, and that came from the Crusaders, as the Blue Devils would trail by 1 at the break. Jumping into the second half, this game would get a lot more intense, as the 6'1" freshman from Salem, Oregon, Alex Hernandez, would find the back of the net for the Blue Devils' first goal of the game. This was the second goal of the season for Fernandez. LTU would tie this game at 1. But just like in most sports, momentum can quickly change the feel of the game. And the Crusaders would step it up big time as they would go on to score the next 4 goals of the game. Lawrence Tech would go on to drop this one 5-1 the final.
Lawrence Tech's dance team is growing. Take a look at how you can recruit yourself and join the team.
Hi, my name is Lauren Bird and I am the head dance team coach at Lawrence Technological University. We are a small private university located in Southfield, Michigan, where we are about practice and theory, taking abstract ideas into the real world to solve tomorrow's problems.
I chose LTU because of their small campus size and the reputation for their architecture program. LTU's classes are very hands-on and I'm learning a lot of new skills and new machines.
We offer over 100 academic programs and 92% of our students are employed or registering for grad school upon commencement.
Coming to a small university has definitely impacted me in a positive way. It's allowed me to make good, close relationships with friends in and out of my major and make good relationships with my professors as well, which is why I love the small college life.
We normally perform at basketball and football games between the first and second quarter or at halftime. For our performances, we either perform a jazz, pom, or hip-hop routine.
Being part of athletics, we get to go to NDA camp in the summer, compete in the winter, do weight training with a trainer, and have priority move-in and registration.
The Lawrence Tech dance team does not hold tryouts, yet we recruit throughout your junior and senior year of high school. We go to different events such as dance combines, dance competitions, and we use websites such as Captain U and Front Rush.
My favorite part of being a part of the Lawrence Tech dance team is how close we are. We're a small team, so we've gotten really close over the season. I started out as a freshman, and coming onto this team, they made me feel very welcome, and our bonds have just continued to grow. We're not just a team, we're more like a family.
If you are interested in being recruited for the Lawrence Tech dance team, please email ltudanceteam@ltu.edu or go to ltuathletics.com.
We're going to take a short commercial break, but when we get back, we're going to get to know more student athletes, so don't go anywhere.
If you're a high school athlete with the dream of playing college sports, Lawrence Technological University wants you to recruit yourself. LTU offers over 24 varsity sports for men and women, along with several dozen world-class undergraduate programs. Athletic and academic scholarships are available in all sports, including its newest additions, competitive cheer and dance, esports, women's hockey, and men's and women's track and field. Visit LTUathletics.com and recruit yourself. Lawrence Tech, where Blue Devils dare.
Welcome back. To celebrate the return of men's soccer, we put together a highlight reel of the fall portion of the schedule. Lawrence Tech Marching Band is back in action, and we met one of the members to find out why they chose LTU.
My name is Marisa Osink. I play the clarinet. I'm studying robotics engineering. So the robotics program here, it's mostly a mesh between the computer science courses, mechanical courses, and electrical engineering courses. And then in addition to that, there's a course sequence for robotics classes specifically. In each one of those, there's always a project that we have to do. It's very hands-on, and the class sizes for that are really small because there's not a lot of robotics majors. You get to know your classmates really well, you get to know the professors really well, and it's just been a really great experience, and I've learned a lot. Everyone always says that band is like a family, and because we're a smaller school, I feel like that's more true here. The marching band is the first place where I found friendly faces who were willing to talk to me about my class schedule, and everyone is just very welcoming, and it was a nice place to start on campus. It's a small campus, but it's still in the city. There's a lot of things around. You know, there's never going to be a night once COVID's over that you don't have anything to do. And even still, there's a lot of things that are going on just online right now. And I talk to a whole bunch of people every day, and it's really a good community.
Coming up next, we got our last men's soccer highlights for you, as the guys took on Aquinas College.
We are here under the lights at Blue Devils Stadium where the men's soccer team takes on the Saints from Aquinas College. The Saints come into tonight's matchup with a 4-1 record. The Blue Devils, on the other hand, started the season out strong, but since coming back from the pandemic break, LTU has looked out of sorts, struggling to get shots off and only scoring 1 goal in their last 3 games. Can the Blue Devils break out of their slump and get the win? The game was still looking for its first goal after a back-and-forth initial half, so let's jump to the second half. Game still tied up at 0. Both teams are struggling to get shots off on goal, but the Saints would finally break the scoring drought, finding the back of the net for their first and only goal of the game. Back to the drawing board for the Blue Devils as Lawrence Tech would go on to drop this one 1-0, the final score.
I'm Faith Barden, and I play on the softball team, and I'm a junior, and I'm a pitcher. My favorite movie is probably Insidious. I love scary movies. My favorite food is spaghetti. I love pasta. Any kind of pasta kills me. Even though I'm from up north, I love to go up north because the scenery is so much prettier than anything I've ever seen before. My favorite hobby is probably going hunting back home. Me and my family do a lot of small game hunting, but I like to deer hunt as well. Currently, I'm watching Grey's Anatomy because, I'm in the nursing program and it's really cool to see all the different things.
Thanks for watching our show, and if you want to stay in the loop with everything happening at LTU, be sure to check us out on social media and tune into our new podcast, Blue Devils in Depth. I'm your host, Alex Johnson. Hope you enjoyed the LTU Sports Report. Have a great weekend, everybody.